Hi, third grade. We are here with a new anchor text. The title of our anchor text is Birth of an Anthem. The genre of this text is expository text. Expository texts teach us facts and information about a specific topic. Let's listen to the summary in both English and Spanish to learn more about this expository text topic.
Birth of an Anthem. Expository text gives facts about real things and events. This article tells the history of the national song of the United States. In 1814, the United States and Britain were at war. In Maryland, British soldiers unfairly arrested an American doctor. A lawyer named Francis Scott Key was able to free the doctor. After that, the British attacked Fort McHenry in Baltimore. Francis Scott Key and the doctor watched the battle from a ship. The battle continued all night. In the morning, the American flag was still flying above the fort. The Americans had won. Key was excited and wrote a poem about it. Many Americans started singing it. In 1931, it became our country's national anthem, or official song.
El nacimiento de un himno. Los textos expositivos proporcionan datos sobre cosas y eventos reales. Este artículo narra la historia del himno nacional de los Estados Unidos. En 1814, los Estados Unidos estaban en guerra con Gran Bretaña. En Maryland, soldados británicos arrestaron injustamente a un médico norteamericano. Un abogado llamado Francis Scott Key logró que el médico fuera puesto en libertad. Después de ese incidente, los británicos atacaron el fuerte McHenry en Baltimore. Francis Scott Key y el médico observaron la batalla desde un barco. La batalla continuó durante toda la noche. Por la mañana, la bandera norteamericana seguía ondeando sobre el fuerte. Los norteamericanos habían ganado. Key, emocionado, escribió un poema inspirado en esa victoria, adaptando la letra a una canción. Muchos norteamericanos comenzaron a cantarla. En 1931, se convirtió en el himno nacional, o canción oficial de nuestro país.
From the summary, I learned that this expository text article is going to teach us about the history of how the national anthem for the United States was written. We'll also learn a little bit about the man who wrote the anthem. Let's check out the essential question. How is each event in history unique? Read to see how America found its national anthem. Let's read to learn about this historical event.
It began in Baltimore. The Star-Spangled Banner officially became the U.S. national anthem less than 100 years ago. But the song itself is much older. Francis Scott Key wrote the words as he watched the British Navy attack Fort McHenry during the War of 1812 in the Battle of Baltimore. But why was Key in Baltimore? The answer comes down to a Maryland doctor. In August 1814, British soldiers marched into Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Dr. William Beans was an agreeable man. He greeted the soldiers as friends. He let the British officers use his home. Then, a few days after they left, word reached Beans that the soldiers were stealing from his neighbors. He had the soldiers held in a jail. The British officers did not appreciate this. When they found out, they arrested Beans and brought him aboard a British ship. Caption. This is a copy of Francis Scott Key's handwritten lyrics. The phrase, Star-Spangled Banner, describes the enormous American flag he wrote the poem about. Caption. Francis Scott Key was filled with a love of his country when he saw the American flag still waving over Fort McHenry.
What was the name of the man who wrote the words to the Star-Spangled Banner? This sentence from the first paragraph says, Francis Scott Key wrote the words. The third paragraph describes a series of events that led to Dr. William Beans to be arrested. Why did the British officers arrest Dr. William Beanes? Identify the cause and the effect. It says that Dr. William Beanes found out that the British officers who he was letting use his home were stealing from his neighbors. When Beanes learned this information, he had the British officers put in jail. That was the cause. The effect of Beanes' actions were that other British officers arrested him and put him on a British ship. So to summarize, the cause was he put British soldiers in jail for stealing from his neighbors. So then the effect was that he himself was arrested by other British officers. Let's read on and find out what happens.
Watching and waiting. Key was sent to Baltimore to help Beanes. He was one of the descendants of Englishmen who came to America to live in the early 1700s. He was also a respected lawyer. His business boomed. When Key boarded the British ship, he persuaded the British to free the doctor. After Beanes was released, the two men got on an American ship. Then the British Navy arrived in ships and barges, or large sea vehicles used for the transportation of cannons and other resources. They attacked the Americans at Fort McHenry. Beanes and Key were forced to stay on the ship. There, they watched the battle.
These two columns are the first paragraph. In this paragraph, we read about how Beanes was released. How can we summarize to remember the most important ideas of this paragraph? We can summarize by restating the important ideas, such as Key persuaded the British to let Beanes go, and then the two men saw the British attack Fort McHenry.
Sidebar. More songs to sing. The Star-Spangled Banner is our official national anthem, but some patriotic songs have been considered unofficial anthems. In 1789, a composer named Philip File wrote The President's March. This music was written to honor George Washington at the beginning of his first term as president. Lyrics were later added and the song was retitled Hail Columbia. The song is still played today to honor the Vice President of the United States. Some other patriotic songs considered unofficial anthems are My Country 'Tis of Thee and America the Beautiful.
In this sidebar, we see the word patriotic. The author uses the word patriotic to talk about songs that were written for our nation. Use clues to figure out what the word means. Well, I know that the word patriot means that somebody loves their country, and the suffix ic means relating to. So the word patriotic means love for your country. The sidebar mentions patriotic songs such as The Star-Spangled Banner, Hail Columbia, My Country 'Tis of Thee, and America the Beautiful.
Dawn's early light. The battle continued through the night. When morning arrived, Key saw that the American flag still flew above the fort. The Americans had won this battle. The sight inspired him to write a poem. Key's words later became the Star-Spangled Banner. First, Key showed the poem to friends. Then they showed it to others. By the time of the Civil War, most of America's population was singing the Star-Spangled Banner. It had become the country's most beloved song. Then, in 1931, Congress passed a resolution to make the Star-Spangled Banner the U.S. anthem. Finally, President Herbert Hoover signed the law. Americans have been singing it ever since. Caption. Sheet music shows the music notes and lyrics to a song. This sheet music was published in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at around 1815.
What inspired Francis Scott Key to write the Star-Spangled Banner? This sentence says, Key saw that the American flag still flew above the fort. The Americans had won this battle. The sight inspired him to write a poem.
Timeline, making it official. This timeline shows important dates in the creation of our country's anthem. July 1889. The Star-Spangled Banner becomes the official song to be played when raising the flag. April 1918. A bill is introduced to make the Star-Spangled Banner the national anthem, but it does not pass. January 1930. 5 million people sign a petition to make this song the U.S. national anthem. March 1931. Herbert Hoover signs a bill to make the song the official national anthem.
Using the timeline, what year did the Star-Spangled Banner become the official national anthem? The Star-Spangled Banner is still sang today. People sing the national anthem at sporting events such as baseball, football, hockey, and baseball games. The song is also played at patriotic parades and events. This expository text taught us a lot about the history of our national anthem. Thanks for watching and learning about some history with me today. Bye for now.